needed rescue, my sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan, now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing, now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning here in Oxford, Michigan. Sun's out. It's been really nice the last couple of days. It's Sunday was beautiful all day, and then yesterday was nice. I got to do some yard work and little things, right? It's great. I'm glad you're with me this morning. It's time to get back to studying, right? It's time to see what we got. Let's see who's with us. Let's do that first. Ken Gooch is here. He, bright and early, he said, "Good morning, fellow brothers in arms." Oh, that's just me. And then there was Chris Connolly. Good morning, Chris. Pastor Tom's here. He says, "Good morning, Rooted Elder Steve and Rooted Men." Yeah. And Bert says, "Good morning, gentlemen." And no Chuck. Okay. See, when somebody's on there every day, you miss them when they're gone, right? Good morning, AJ. Nice to see you here, man. I hope your trip in Greendale was fun, right? It's nice to see family and hang out and enjoy your week. 2 Corinthians 11, verses 1 through 8. Oh, good morning, Dave Donnelly. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let me get back to work here. You ready? We're going to go to 1 Corinthians 11, 1 through 8. And I can't read a thing. All right. I wish you would bear with me a little foolishness. I titled this broadcast today that. That's because I love this aspect. Paul is maybe being a little chippy, a little sarcastic here. I wish you would bear with me a little foolishness. Do bear with me. For I feel divine jealousy for you, since I betrothed you to one husband and present you as a pure virgin to Christ. He starts out with some scholars have labeled it his fool speech. He's addressing the criticism of his speaking and teaching. He's probably calling his letter foolishness because this term has been used by his critics, people that are, following behind him, preaching and trying to influence the church. In those days, that probably was a good method, right? The divine jealousy thing is kind of cool because it's not a normal jealousy like an anger or a rage because somebody's chasing your girl. It's more of a godly jealousy where it's out of love and protection. Israel was God's bride, right? He's saying that the church is Christ's bride, and Christ is the groom. Paul is playing a bit of a matchmaker here. He set them up with Christ, and they're married, and now he's trying to make sure that his work is completed or continues. But in verse 3, but I am afraid, as the serpent deceived Eve by his cunning, your thoughts will be led astray from a sincere and pure devotion to Christ. The danger of deception, as Paul mentions, the serpent, because the serpent is so key to everything. He offered something that was, he twisted the truth to the point where he offered something that was so exciting to human ears. He appealed to human desire for more wisdom, right? Paul was worried that this church will fall victim to the same type trap. He could see their thoughts were the target. He could see that the enemy was using their thought process as what he would attack. He used to, just like the serpent did, they probably used words like, did God really say? They probably said there was a better gospel. That stuff is true today. Jesus isn't enough. Well, it might have been something that you would have heard, and you need, or maybe you need this little bit of extra experience before. And these are all attacks technically on the church, but it was probably done for a subtle change, right? I think the greatest danger isn't the rebellion, it's the gradual drifting away from devotion. We forget our true first love. I think I still love that phrase from Revelation. Let's go back on where was I? Okay. For someone comes and proclaims another Jesus than the one we proclaimed, or if you receive a different spirit from the one you received, or if you accept a different gospel from the one you accepted, you put up with it readily enough. He's telling them, right? He knows what they'll do. I mean, it's another Jesus. What would that look like? Another good one that's only a good teacher, or maybe one who never confronts sin. Jesus promised wealth. Did he really? Or Jesus shaped by the current culture? That's what we see today in our churches. We see churches accepting culture as and trying to mold the gospel around the culture that they want. And then he goes on to another spirit. And then, okay, hold on. Where are we at? Okay, you received a different spirit. Yeah. Or if you received a different spirit, or you received from the one you received, or if you accept a different gospel from the one you've already accepted. So he's really saying there's three ways that they're attacking his church. All three are dangerous. A different gospel, a different spirit. We all know that not all spirits are come from God. And then he moves on to verse 5. Indeed, I consider that I am not the least inferior to these super apostles. Picture apostle with a guy with a suit on and a big A on his shirt and a cape. They were fast talkers. They were smooth. To me, I paint a picture of a televangelist, a guy that's got a good-looking guy with a great speaking tongue and a message that maybe is just a tick off. They say his speaking is weak, but not his knowledge. That's what he says, right? He reminds them he has told them before. None of this is a surprise to them. But their ears want to be tickled by something else, obviously. God's word doesn't need flashy presentation. So why are they so drawn to this? He questions whether he had made a mistake by coming to them, right? And I think this comes up in verse let's go back to 5. Just make sure I read it all. Indeed, I consider that I am not least inferior to these super apostles. Even if I am unskilled in speaking, I am not so in knowledge. Indeed, in every way we have made this plain to you in all things. I mean, there's a little bit of Paul in here that's maybe knows it a little not happy. Or did I commit a sin in humbling myself so that you might be exalted? Because I preach God's gospel to you free of charge. I robbed the other churches by accepting support from them in order to serve you. I'm going to stop there. All right. I think he questions if he's made a mistake, right? He's really thinking now that by coming humbly and not asking them for money to support him, that they considered him less of an apostle, less of a teacher. Most teachers in that era were paid, right? But I think he's a little frustrated as well for allowing the other churches to support the mission. There's so much here that Paul is. What I do like is he kind of leaning a little bit sarcastic. And if anybody in the world can understand that, it'd be me. Sarcasm is sometimes a good defense mechanism. He's pointing out the obvious in how he has dealt with them. And yet he's talking as if it was maybe a mistake. So today, 2026, what do we take from this? What do we glean from these messages? We should stay away from teachers and other distractions that pull us away from our devotion to Christ. And I think that can be a key to these verses is they're smooth talkers and they're super speakers, but are they teaching us? Just as we should take every thought captive, we should also test every message, right? Not all teachers, books, or videos or spiritual experiences belong to Christ. So if you're listening to somebody online and he's preaching this message you've never heard before, there might be a reason. It might be wrong. It might not be truly scriptural. And another thing we can take from this is that truth matters more than the experience. Sometimes the greatest threat to our faith, though, is not an outright rejection of Christ. That's not the greatest threat. The greatest threat is a something that subtly takes its place at the center of our devotion. Somehow we get pulled into a direction where we're following, instead of following Christ, we're following a pastor. We're following a message that isn't quite scriptural. That's the risk that he's really, really warning these people about. That's what I have for you today, guys. I hope it's okay. It says I have some new messages, so maybe I should look. Oh, thank you, Tom. All right. So I'm going to get out of here, and so the girls can talk, and I know how much they love to do that. Oh, crap. I didn't take every thought captive. Oh, well, forgive me. Have a firmly rooted day, gentlemen, and may someone see Jesus in you. Peace.